Hey, hi, I'm Ganesh Zadav discussing polyphase AC circuits with you in this video. I'm working as assistant professor at the Department of Electrical Engineering, Kekewag Institute of Engineering Education and Research, Nashik. Let's see what we are discussing today. Today, we are going to discuss the polyphase AC circuits. In this polyphase AC circuits, we are going to study the generation of three-phase voltages. These are the outline of my presentation. First, we'll see what is the learning outcome. Then we will introduce about the AC generation. Then how the single phase is actually generated. Then three-phase AC generation, coil arrangement. In that three-phase AC generation, how the coil is arranged, waveform, equations, phasor, balanced and unbalanced supply that we will discuss in the today's lecture. At the end of this session, the learner will be able to, so these are my learning outcomes. At the end of this session, the learners will be able to elaborate the process of generation, draw the waveform and phasor diagram of three-phase AC voltages, write the equations of the three-phase AC voltages. Let's see what is AC generator. It is an important application of AC induction. This works in the induction principle. So it is an important application of AC induction. Electromotive force is induced in coil placed in the magnetic field when the flux linkage changes. This is stated by the Faraday's law. Whenever a coil is placed in the magnetic field and the flux linkage it changes, the EMF is induced in it. The generator is the example of dynamically induced EMF. Why it is a dynamically induced EMF? Because it converts the mechanical energy. Okay, so it converts the mechanical energy into electrical energy. Hence, it is also called as the electrical generator. If it generates the AC, then it is called as a AC generator. If generated DC, then it is DC generator. If it is AC generator, the another name of the AC generator is what? Alternator. Okay, so this is about the introduction of the AC generator. Now let's see how the single phase is generated. So to understand the generation in the single phase circuit, I have a one coil or loop of a coil is placed in the magnetic field. Okay, this is the permanent magnetic field. A coil is placed inside this permanent magnetic field. Let the flux density of this magnetic field is B Weber per meter square. I'm assuming that the flux density is equal to B Weber per meter square. It is moving with the velocity, this coil is moving with the velocity of V meter per second, and the length, effective length, so effective length means the length of the coil which is inside the magnetic field, that much is the length. Okay, so the effective length of the coil inside the magnetic field is equal to L meter. Each coil end is connected to a separate slip ring where the carbon brushes are placed to collect the current. Okay, so see that this red is connected to this slip ring and blue is connected to this slip ring. Okay, so and between these two terminals we are collecting the supply. Can you guess what is the equation of the EMF induced in this coil? Let's pause the video and you write down the EMF induced inside this coil equation. Okay, and I will give you a hint. It is dynamically induced EMF as the coil is rotating inside the magnetic field. Yes. What is that equation? That equation is equal to EMF induced, the instantaneous EMF induced. Instantaneous quantity is always denoted by a small letter. The instantaneous EMF induced is a function of omega t, where omega is the angular velocity of this coil and time is at which the time which is taken into account. Okay, so this will give you the angular velocity. This is equal to BLV sine omega t. So B is flux density, L is the length of the coil, and V is the velocity in meter per second by which the coil is moving inside the magnetic field. You will observe that this EMF is the sinusoidal function of omega t. That is the position of the coil. Omega t is nothing but a theta. That is the position of the coil. Let us understand when this EMF will be maximum. this EMF will be maximum when the sine of omega t quantity will be equal to 1. When the sine of omega t is equal to 1, when omega t is equal to 90 degree. Hence, EM is equal to substituting sine omega t is equal to 90 degrees, so sine 90 is equal to 1. So E will be maximum, so EM, I will call that quantity as EM. EM will be equal to BLV, and it occurs at omega t is equal to 90 degree. Hence, the induced EMF equation replacing this BLV by EM. So induced EMF equation, the instantaneous EMF induced equation in this coil is given by EM sine omega t. So this is the equation which we are going to observe in the next slides. Okay, so this is the electrical equations which is gives the generation inside a coil. So let us go in the next let us observe what will happen. According to coil position, what is the EMF induced, that we will understand. See that this coil is placed at a 0 degree displacement with the magnetic field, that is the theta is equal to 0 degree. Substituting sine theta is equal to 0. So EMF induced at this position is equal to 0. Let the coil is rotated by 45 degrees. So now the coil is rotated by a 45 degree here. If the coil is rotated by a 45 degree, theta is equal to 45, then sine 45 will be 1 upon root 2. So it is equal to BLV upon root 2. Similarly, when theta is equal to 90, sine 90 is equal to when, then the EMF induced is equal to BLV. This is nothing but the maximum value. Likewise, I can calculate the EMF induced at each position. First at 0, 45, 90, 135, 180, 225, 270. Then 315, and the last one is at 360, means nothing but the theta is equal to 0 degree. So if we plot the graph of this, okay, so if we plot the graph of this, how this graph will look like, let us understand how this graph will look like. So if you want to see the animation, click this YouTube video which is prepared by me. That is the animated video how the EMF is generated. This is the N pole and S pole. This is the magnetic lines of forces, and a coil is placed on one shaft. This is the one side and another side. It is now at a 0 degree. Let it is moved by 30 degree, 60 degree, 90 degree, 120 degree, 150 degree, 180 degree. Likewise, it completes a one revolution. So EMF induced in this one revolution, if we plotted, you will get this type of graph. It indicates that it is a sinusoid. This is the instantaneous EMF with respect to theta, that is the omega t. With respect to theta, that is the omega t. So let's see the animation of this. Let's see the animation of this video. Okay, so let's see the animation of this video here. See, 30, 90, 120, 150, 180, 210, 270, 300, 330 and 360. If we plot this, this will give you instantaneous EMF. Okay, so see how the EMF is get induced in this coil. Okay, so this is the EMF induced in this coil at a various position. If we consider the linear graph, that will be my EMF induced inside this coil. Okay, so now again we will go to the our presentation. But what is the limitations of this single phase generation? There are the various limitations of the single phase generation. That is, it is a costly generation. The size of generator is bigger for higher power rating. Required return conductor. Torque generation is less. Okay, when it is single phase machines are used, the torque generation is less. Transfer of power become more difficult and require more infrastructure. Okay, so these are the limitations of the single phase circuit, single phase supply. Hence the single phase supply is not preferred at the generation. So three phase is preferred. Now let us understand how these three phases are generated. So to understand these three phases, how the three phases are generated, I require a three coil. See, this is the coil 1 which I am indicating by a red color, coil 2 which is indicated by a yellow color, and coil 3 is indicated by a blue color. Why I am using these colors? Because these are the base colors. Okay, so each coil end is connected to a separate slip rings. These three coils will be mounted on a same shaft. Let it is mounted on a same shaft. If I see the side view of this cut section of this, I am able to see the R conductor, and this is R dash. Okay, so R dash. Then similarly Y dash, B dash. How these conductors are placed? If you observe, after the R conductor, the Y conductor is displaced by 120 degree, and B conductor is also displaced by 120 degree. Okay, so start of each coil. So let us see, this is the start of B coil, start of R coil, start of Y coil. If you observe, the start of each coil is 120 degree displaced from each other. Okay, again, these are placed inside the same magnetic field which we discussed in the single phase circuit. Okay, which is moving with the velocity. All coils are moving with the same speed. All coils are moving with the same speed of V meter per second. Flux density is B, the length is L meter. Individual coil is having the length is L meter. Only the difference is each coil is displaced by 120 degree. Each coil is displaced by a 120 degree on the shaft. So let us understand how the EMF will induced in this coil. So to understand this EMF, let us understand this is the position. This is the position of R dash, Y dash, and B dash coil. So these are the starting of the R phase, Y phase, and B phase. Okay, so at this instant, the EMF induced in this is equal to BLV sine 0. Sine theta is equal to 0, hence this value is equal to 0. At this instant, it is equal to BLV sine of 120, because it is lagging by -20. So sine of -120 will give you this EMF. This is of +120 with respect to R, hence this is will be give you this EMF. So let us understand how this will induces the EMF with the animated video. Okay, so let us understand with this animated video in the next slide. Okay, animated video in the YouTube, animated video in YouTube. So to understand this animated video in YouTube, I have created this animated video. So let's understand this animated video. See, the initial position of this R coil is at 0. This coil, B coil is 120 degree leading, and Y coil is 120 degree lagging. So these are the instantaneous EMF induced at when theta is equal to 0 degree with respect to this R coil. Let this coil is rotated by 30 degree. If this coil is rotated by a 30 degree, the EMF induced is equal to EM sine 30. Okay, so likewise, if I place EM minus 120 plus 30 and EM plus 120 plus 30, so this will be the my induced EMF. If you observe that yellow phase is at its negative maximum value and blue phase voltage is goes on decreasing. Likewise, if I calculated the value at each angle, and if I rotate, if I make it for the 360 degree, if I plot it for 360 degree, how it look like? See. Okay. So if you observe, this will complete a one cycle in 360 degree. Y phase, starting of the Y phase is after B phase of 120 degree. That is, we can say the Y phase is lagging by 120 degree. Similarly, B phase going in the positive direction after the 240 degree. So I can say B phase is lagging to the R phase by 240 degree. 240 degree. So this is the generation of the three phase EMF in the magnetic field. Let's see how the EMF equations are developed in the three-phase EMF. Okay, so three-phase EMF voltage equations. So we have observed that taking the R phase as a reference, R phase is starting at a 0 degree and it attains the maximum value at the 90 degree. If we see the pattern of the Y phase is appearing its maximum value exactly after the 120 degrees. See, it is appearing at 210. So 210 minus 90 means this phase angle difference attaining in the maximum value is equal to 120 degree. Okay, so here it is R phase is at maximum. Here Y phase is at maximum. Exactly after 120 degree, the B phase is attaining its maximum value. Hence, its phase sequence is RYB. Its phase sequence is RYB. It is rotating with the phase sequence RYB. Suppose instead of yellow conductor, if you place the blue conductor here and yellow conductor here, then the phase sequence will be RBY. In that case, it is RB. Or you make the rotation in opposite direction, then the phase sequence will be RBY. So let us write down the EMF equations for this. To write down the EMF equations, so first we will write down the EMF equations for R phase. So as the R phase starting value, R phase is starting at a 0 degree. So R phase voltage, the instantaneous values of R phase voltage is equal to EM sine omega t. And what is this EM? EM is nothing but the BLV sine theta, or you can take it as a sine omega t. Okay, so as R phase is reference, its phase angle difference theta is equal to 0 degree. Its phase angle difference theta is equal to 0 degree. What is the standard equation? The standard equation is equal to EMF is equal to EM sine. The standard equation is EM sine omega t plus or minus theta. In R phase, the value of the theta is equal to 0. Let us compare for the Y phase. In case of Y phase, if you observe in the diagram, in case of Y phase is lagging to the voltage R phase by the 120 degree. Hence, its equation will be equal to EY EM sine omega t minus 120, because it is lagging by 120 degree. In radian, 120 degree can be written as 2 pi by 3. Hence, it is omega t minus 2 pi by 3. That is, value of this theta in case of Y phase voltage is equal to minus 120. Its value is equal to minus 120 in case of Y phase. Let us write down the instantaneous voltage equation for the B phase. To write down the instantaneous voltage equation for the B phase, EB is the function of omega t, EM sine omega t plus 120. This voltage is lagging to the Y phase by 120, means with respect to R phase it is 240 degree. That is, angle of ER minus angle of EB, this angle difference is equal to 240 degree, minus 240. Total rotation is of 360, so we'll make a 360 plus minus 240. So how much it will be give you? It will give you plus 120. It indicates that the phase angle difference between R phase and B phase is plus 120 degree. That is, value of the theta is equal to plus 120 degree for B phase. Hence, its equation can be written as EM sine omega t plus 120 degree. That is, EM sine omega t plus 2 pi by 3. So likewise, we can write down the equation. We have written the equations for all the three phase voltages. So it indicates that if the R phase is the reference, Y phase is lagging by the 120 degree, and B phase is leading by 120 degree, means lagging by 240 degree. Okay, so this is the EMF this is the three phase EMF equations in the three phase generator. Let's see how we can draw the phasor for this. So what is the phasor? So first I will write down the equation for R phase. What is the equation for R phase? The R phase equation is given as EM sine of omega t. If I calculate the value of RMS value from this, so RMS value in case of sinusoidal wave is equal to maximum value upon root 2. So this R maximum value upon the root 2. Let us write down this is in terms of RMS value and phasor. So how we can represent this is in terms of phasor, that is ER phasor will be equal to mod of E, that is RMS value. And what is the phase angle difference? Here phase angle difference is 0 degree. Hence it is E at an angle of 0. If I draw the phasor, it is exactly in phase with the reference, because phase angle difference of the ER, this ER is indicating the mod E, magnitude is equal to mod E, and the phase angle difference with respect to the reference is equal to 0 degree. Let's write down the equation for Y phase. So Y phase voltage is given by EY is equal to EM sine omega t, EM sine omega t minus 120. As it is equal to minus 120 and maximum value is same, hence the RMS value is also same. So in terms of phasor, Y, okay, so in terms of phasor, how we can represent it? So let's write down the in terms of phasor. Y phasor, EY phasor can be represented as mod of E at an angle of minus 120, because the phase angle difference with respect to the reference is equal to minus 120. Hence Y phase, if the phasor are rotating in anti-clockwise direction, opposite to this means lagging, and leading means with this arrow direction. Opposite direction indicates the lagging, and in the direction will indicate the leading. So opposite in direction will lagging. So lagging by how much degree? It is 120 degree. So I will draw the phasor of EY lagging to this reference by 120 degree, lagging to this reference by 120 degree. But the magnitude wise ER and EY is equal. Only the phase angle difference is equal to 120 degree. Similarly, how I can write down for the B phase? We know that. What is the B phase? B phase EMF, we have written the equation for the B phase EMF. The B phase EMF is equal to EM sine of omega t plus 120 degree. Omega t plus 120 degree. So EM, RMS value of the EM is again mod E. So the phasor of EB is equal to mod of E at an angle of plus 120 degree. Plus 120 degree. So if you observe, EB is equal to mod of E plus 120 degree. That is plus 120 means leading to the reference, leading by 120 degree. So this phasor is the EB. Magnitude wise it is equal to ER. So magnitude wise ER, EY, EB is equal. Only the phase angle difference is equal to 120 degree. So by this way we can draw the phasor diagram for three phase voltages in case of alternator. Okay. After drawing these three phase voltages, let's have a simple question. So I'm going to pose a question. So it is request to all of you, pause the video for some time, answer this question. So what is the question? Let's see. Pause the video and try to answer this question. What is the addition of all three phase voltages? If I do the addition of all three phase voltages, what is the value? It is equal to 3E, it is equal to 0, it is equal to E, or it is not equal to 0. Okay, that is the question to all of you. You try to answer, pause this video and you try to answer. Yes, hope that you have written the answer. Now let's see what is the answer. I want to add the R phase plus Y phase plus B phase. How the R phase voltage is written? R phase voltage is written as mod of E at an angle of 0 plus Y phase voltage is written as mod of E at an angle of minus 120 plus mod of E at an angle of plus 120. Okay, so if I take the mod of E as a common, then what is remaining in bracket? 1 at an angle of 0, 1 at an angle of 0 plus 1 at an angle of minus 120 plus 1 at an angle of plus 120. If you do this complex addition, you will observe that the addition of this all value is equal to 0. Hence it indicates that the sum of all EMF is equal to 0 volt. Hence the correct answer is answer 2. Okay, so I think you have written the correct equation. Okay, so congratulations who have written the correct equation. Those who make a mistake, please understand and think the critically over it. Next, let us understand what is the balanced supply and unbalanced supply. The three-phase supply is said to be balanced. Three-phase supply is said to be balanced if they satisfies the following condition. Okay, they satisfy the following two conditions. So it indicates that both conditions must be satisfied. The magnitude of all three-phase voltages must be equal. What it indicates? The magnitude of ER, okay, must be equal to magnitude of EY must be equal to magnitude of EB, and the phase angle difference between each phase voltage is exactly 120 degree. So let us understand by the phasor diagram. So in this, see, magnitude wise, this magnitude and this magnitude must be equal, and the phase angle differences must be exactly 120 degree, then only it is called as balanced voltages, balanced three phase voltages. If magnitude of ER, if the magnitude of ER, magnitude of EY and magnitude of EB is not matching with each other, if they are not equal to each other or any two voltages are not equal, then though the angle difference is exactly 120 degree, means this phasor, this phasor and this phasor, okay, both are having, these two are having the same magnitude, the phase angle difference is exactly 120 degree, but this phase voltage is smaller, then also it is called as the unbalanced voltage, then it is called as the unbalanced voltage. Let us consider that the magnitude wise they are equal, but the phase angle difference is not 120 degree, it is here, it is a 90 degree. If the phase angle difference is not 120 degree, but the magnitudes are equal, then also it is unbalanced, then also it is the unbalanced. If the magnitude and angle both are not matching, that is magnitude is different and phase angle difference is not exactly 120 degree, then obviously it is unbalanced. So only the balanced case is that when the magnitude are equal and phase angle difference is exactly 120 degree, then only the supply is said to be balanced. If any condition is unsatisfied, then then it is called as the unbalanced supply voltages. Okay, so if the magnitude of all voltages in all phases are different and or the phase angle difference between each phase voltage is not exactly 120 degree, then the three phase supply is said to be unbalanced. Let's have a question here. What is the addition of all three phase voltages under unbalanced condition? You pause the video here, consider the unbalanced case and write down the what will be the answer for this question. Okay, so pause the video for some while and answer the question. Let's see. Hope you have hope you have drawn the answer. So ER plus EY plus EB. Now I am considering, let the phase angle difference is 120 degree, but the magnitude wise they are not equal. The first magnitude is equal to mod of E at an angle of 0. The second magnitude is equal to 0.9 times of mod of E at an angle of minus 120, and let the third is equal to mod of E at an angle of 120. Only the Y phase voltage is 0.9 times of the RMS value. If we common the mod of E, then what is remaining in bracket? 1 at an angle of 0 plus 0.9 at an angle of minus 120 plus mod of E, that is, it is 1 at an angle of 120. If you make this addition, you will observe that this addition is not equal to 0. Previously it was 0, but now it is not equal to 0. Hence this value, the addition is not equal to 0. Okay, not equal to 0. Hence the correct answer is the answer 4th. Hope you have got the correct answer. Those who are not get the correct answer, Please think over the critically. By taking the suitable example, you will get the idea. Okay. By this question, we are at the end of this topic. Let's summarize the topic what we have studied. In the summary, the EMF induced in all three phases is equal to BLV sine omega t. EMF induced is equal to BLV in each phase, BLV sine omega t. According to placement, it may be plus 0, the phi may be, this theta may be 0, theta may be 120, theta may be minus 120, depending upon the placement of coil. The three-phase EMF generators are equal in magnitude if the length and velocity is equal. If the length, velocity and the flux density are equal, then only the magnitude is equal. The phase angle displacement is 120 degree. Then it is called as a balance. If anything is not in above condition, above criteria, then it is said to be unbalanced three-phase supply. So we are at the if it is any condition is not satisfied, it is called as the unbalanced supply. Okay, so this is the summary of this video. If you have any doubt, you can post in the chat box. Thank you.